Mẹ, mẹ mình đã hết toilet paper rồi.
Hả?
Toilet paper mình hết rồi.
Mẹ mới còn hơn nửa cuốn mà ra hết rồi hả?
Hết rồi mẹ.
Giờ tao lấy ở đâu ra?
Mẹ đi mua được không?
Không. Mày lấy áo mà chùi đi. Mày xài vừa vừa thôi chứ. Mới hơn nửa cuộn giấy mới đi mà đã hết rồi. Đêm khuya 11, 12 giờ đứa nào mở cửa cho mày?
It's 12 at night, dude. She won't buy toilet paper.
Mày lấy áo mày chùi đi.
She's telling me to go get a dirty towel from the United Kingdom and use it to wipe my fucking ass. So like Vietnamese people,
Bao nhiêu cũng hết.
Vietnamese people, we don't use towels like this. American people, we don't use these towels. We use paper towels. Bounty. What else do we have? We have Brawny, the new paper towel company, Brawny. We have, yeah, whatever. So anyways, we have a lot of paper towel brands to use, and my mom, she usually buys like a lot. So my mom buys like bulk, and she buys stock usually. So the fact that this is happening is very weird. The fact that my mom's doing that is very, very weird. The fact that this is happening is very, very weird. Okay? The fact that that's happening is also very weird. My mom doesn't do stuff like that. We're out of toilet paper. So, the whole entire day, Dylan and Alex and Lucifer and Cloud Strife were all complaining about the United Kingdom. Do you guys remember the whole entire, I'm just gonna go in my room. The whole entire, what do you call it? What is it called again? The whole entire toilet paper shortage during the coronavirus, right? And then they were talking about how white people were like dirty, and how white people were doing this thing where they were trying to buy out the entire stock of the American toilet paper. And then there was like an old white couple who bought like truckloads, like multiple truckloads all around town. They bought the entire stock of everyone's toilet paper, and then they were driving down the street, and then they were and then like the toilet paper was like flying off of their truck and everything like that. So those people, they were actually from Europe. They were all European, and they were all from like the United Kingdom. And this all happened around like the time of like the Paris Agreement. The Paris Agreement, the climate change, like the European Union told America, the racist orange Donald Trump, that he had better fucking join and cut carbon emissions. You have to stop using plastic bags. It's killing the environment. You have to start using reusables, recyclables. You have to start buying used things. And part of the reason why they're doing that is because in a way they're just playing cricket, and they're just trying to spread germs and disease because they're just fucking evil white people. So Cloud Strife gets really mad, and he talks shit about the United Kingdom all the time. Dylan and Lucifer and Alex are all saying things like, you know, European people, they keep doing this thing where they fight American people for toilet paper all the fucking time. And then they go back to Europe and start talking about how great sex in Europe is after fighting America over toilet paper just to prove a fucking point. And it's super fucking disgusting. And Dylan was saying things like, when Dylan would take me shopping, I would go shopping with Dylan. So I know my way around his town. Kind of, right? Sorry, I'm just thinking because me and my friends are kind of like rich. So Dylan like owns all of the houses in his town. And me and Linda are next door neighbors, and we live in the town right next to Dylan's. And we own all of those houses. Okay? And Mount Royal Avenue, Mount Everest, stuff like that. We live right next to each other. And then the other street, what street did Dylan live on? It was Garnett. It was Garnett Street. So Garnett is kind of like a type of like, it's like a type of Everest type of garnish. Okay, so he lived on Garnett Street. Well, anyways, and so Dylan lived in the town next over. It was like a connecting highway over, because a lot of people kept getting mad that Crystal and Mikasa and Eren kept on living in the same neighborhood. Because we were like family, and we just owned our own houses because our dad was rich. Like, we were living off of our daddies, like our rich white daddies. Not money. He always said it's not money. There are things that money just cannot buy. There are a lot of things that money cannot buy. And only a fool would be fooled by money and the lies that it brings. But our rich white daddy is smart. He's like the architectural grandfather of the kingdom of heaven. He builds all those houses. So this is America, and the American people are the children of God. So if you're like a real American, then like God was always going to build a house for his children. So Cloud Strife built all of our houses, and yeah, so Dylan had to move to the next town over, and he owned all of the houses at that town. And we had to take like a freeway or a highway. It's not too long to get to Dylan's house. But me and Linda are actually next door neighbors. Which is cool. I like living next to Jenny and Linda. And the other Jenny too, she lived like right next door. Who else lived next to us? James lived next to us. Lily, True, they also lived next to us. Like, we all were like next door neighbors and like best friends. Oh, Vun and Minxie, they lived next door neighbor too with Trixie. But anyways, sorry, it was just every single time I talk about our houses, it's pretty cool because I like living next to like my boyfriend and my best friend and my cousins or whatever. And my brothers and sisters are cool too. I get along with them. Now that I found out like why my sister would just change immediately, dude. It was crazy because my sister would be like, "Oh, Cho, like you're like my favorite sister, Cho. Like you're always gonna be my best friend." And then all of a sudden she would just snap, and then she would just change. "Excuse me, the fuck you just say to me?" It was crazy. And then I was just like 5 years old, and I just would not understand like why my sister would just snap and she would just change. And then all of a sudden she's like, "I gotta go, I just gotta go." And then she would just leave the house, and then she just wouldn't come back for like a couple of years. It was crazy. And we would get into like really big fights, but me and my sister, we bounced back really fast. And now I understand why. Because there were just a lot of people talking about me like that. And then she had to let me know in a very like mind reading, telepathic blocking type of way. It was very bad. But anyways, yeah, so Dylan lived on Garnett Street, right? So he lived on Garnett Street. That was the shopping district. Garnett Street was a shopping district on Dillon Street. And we would just walk from his street to Garnett Street. Google Maps pronounced it Chalcedony, but Dylan pronounces it Chalcedony. It means, and Dylan said that Dylan and Cho are married, so that's what Chalcedony means. That's what the street means. And we would walk from his street down to Garnett, and we would go shopping. Most of the time we would drive though, because it's like walking distance, but still pretty far, and you had to like carry a bunch of things anyway. So Dylan would take me shopping, and Dylan, they did not know if he had a lot of money or not, if he was rich or if he was poor or whatever. But the United Kingdom, Europeans are all gold diggers, so you should never, ever, ever tell those people you're rich. You should just never tell, like, European people that you're fucking rich. You should just never fucking do it, because they're not gonna be your fucking friend. They're just gonna hit you with a fucking card and see if your clothing got fucking ripped, so that they can just rip it off, so they can take it off your body and fucking wear it. Like, that's how United Kingdom people are. That's how Chinese people are. That's how Mexican people are. That's how foreigners are. Like, if you're riding a bike, they're still gonna hit you with a fucking car and then check to see if your bike is okay. Like, it's not a good thing to tell European people that you're rich. And so, Dylan, he made sure that those people just did not really think that he was rich anyways, by forcing himself to get 2 part-time jobs, and acting like that kind of helps pay off for rent. That's what he did. But anyways, American people just hate European people, and you've never heard it on the news. The only time you've ever really heard that Americans just don't like Europeans is maybe through like Donald Trump. I can't get up right now, dude. I just used the fucking toilet. And like, my stomach hurts right now. What, Mom? What, Mom? I can't get up. What? Just talk through the door. Cause I'm like really sick, dude. Like, I'm like really sick, and like no one's buying me medicine. Like, no one is buying me medicine right now, because like a bunch of people keep breaking into my house and like trying to arrest me because I ate Tylenol, dude. Like, fuck, I really need like medicine right now. And I asked everyone to buy me medicine, and everyone just either did not text me back or say things like, well, Cho, did you consult a doctor yet? If you need medicine, then go talk to a fucking doctor. You're so fucking dumb. And then they would say shit like that. They would just say shit like that. And then it's like over the counter too. And over the counter means it's safe for you to eat, and you can eat as much as you want. That's what over the counter means. And we can't fucking do it. And the reason why is because there was a really big lawsuit on Tylenol. And that lawsuit actually went through. It actually went to trial in American court. And what had happened is that a lot of European people tried to sue the American people, and accusing the Tylenol company and American drug companies of causing kidney failure and of causing like respiratory arrest, like, and causing people diabetes and making people sick. Okay, so that lawsuit was all over the news, if you guys remember that. But the reason why, okay, so a lot of people were trying to gather people on the news, like through advertisements. Have you been victimized by Tylenol? Have you experienced headaches, migraines, or kidney failure, or even like developed a type of disease you've never heard before because you ate Tylenol only once and you got sick? Consult us today. Contact a lawyer today and we can help investigate the situation for you. So I'm not sure if everyone got that advertisement, but I got it. And it went on for about quite a few years. But I never knew that the lawsuit went through until Alex Riffenberg told me. And he knew it went through. And Alex Riffenberg, he explained to me that it was actually the United Kingdom and the European Union who was suing America over over-the-counter drugs, and they were accusing America of giving people kidney failure because they sold their souls to the devil to Humpty Dumpty everyone's fucking tongue twisters, dude. So I had a fucking great fall, dude. With that fucking magic trick, it was fucking awful. Okay, so anyways, the United Kingdom, okay, the whole entire European Union and the Paris Climate Agreement, okay, had to go to court for the Tylenol trial. And what had happened is that America has the greatest doctors in the world. And Tylenol does not give you kidney failure. It does not give you migraines. It does not give you headaches, and it does not give you diabetes. And the American people even had to, because European people are just not that smart. And so what's happening is that in order to prove to the American people right in front of their face, to the European people in front of their face, how well Tylenol worked is that the American people had to have both United Kingdom people and American people. Any other type of people? That's it? Okay, just European people and American people is what Dylan is saying, to go to trial and to test these drugs for about 3 years. For 3 years to see what had happened. And they took before and after pictures. They took a picture of a person every single day. They all had to live in like a closed environment, like hospital, so that these test subjects cannot leave. So they were on strict watch. And only the American people got paid, of course, but not the European people, because they're here illegally and cutting people's head off over sugar on spaghetti. Okay? Same people, by the way. So, United Kingdom and the white European people are trying to hide it. They're trying to hide behind Mexican people and say, oh, it's just Chinese and Mexican people who do that shit. You know they're fucking savages. You know European people are too high class for that. It's not true. Like, those European people think Americans are stupid, like, dirty-ass fucking Americans. Like, they do shit like that. They're just hiding it behind the news, behind Hollywood. Like, they just hide it as hard as they can that they're mean. And so, oh gotcha, sorry. We're talking about a couple of celebrities, but whatever, okay? Don't talk about her, right? Okay, so anyway, sorry, they just change subjects all the time. Okay, so anyways, after about 3 years, okay, the test subjects that took those pills had cleaner skin, they had better sleep schedules. Whatever disease that they had, it was curing their disease. It's great. Tylenol is great for colds, for flus. It's great for painkillers. It's great for like digestion. It's great for clearing your mind. It's great for your blood system. It's great for like cleaning out your organs and your skin. Like Tylenol is like one of those things where it's like the god of all medications. That's why it was such a big deal. Like Tylenol is one of those like fix all medications that was created by America. So everyone who had to take Tylenol every single 6 hours had visibly shown to have had better health, better weight management, better sleep, better skin, a better voice. It was cleaning their voice. It was clearing up their brain. Things like that. And so what had happened is that because of this 3-year results from about 2016, do you guys remember that? Or maybe 2000, was it around there? Or was it 2020? It was around like 2020. But yeah, I think that the lawsuit took place around 2020. But they were trying to gather people for like Tylenol abuse since like 2016, 2015. So in 2015 they were filing lawsuits to go to court against America, and then America finally accepted the lawsuit in about like the year like 2020, around there, or maybe like 2019, but maybe 2020, but it was around there. So the United Kingdom, who completely understood that they were wrong, still tried to lie about the drugs. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? And every single time I stutter, it's because someone is like selling their soul to the devil to like attack me, like levitate my tongue, like move it sideways, up and down, stuff like that. It's weird. It's like an invisible fireball attack. It's really crazy. So anyways, all of those people actually had to pay a huge fine and a large sum amount to America because the European people had lied to America and to the world, claiming that Tylenol causes kidney failure and diabetes. So there was a huge lawsuit against Prince Harry, Meghan Markle, Queen Elizabeth, Prince Charles, all of those people, like the royal European family. They did not get along with America. They were just trying to seem cool with Harry Potter and Cho Chang or whatever. And but everyone in America was super mad at Meghan Markle, who I went to school with, by the way. I actually went to school with Meghan Markle. I just never talked to her, dude. And apparently, like, Prince Harry was like around. I've seen him around too. Like, I've seen him before, but like not that much because Cho, like, because Cho, like, she's kind of like, she's kind of mean. And she's kind of ugly. And she comes from, like, a poor family, dude. So why should Prince Harry hang out with Cho Nguyen when he can hang out with Calvin V. Riavong? Because he has, like, that many fucking parties. And he has a house all to himself. It was kind of like that. And Alex and Dylan and Lucifer and Cloud are saying, like, look, Alex and Von Nguyen and Linda and freaking Dylan and Chucky all hung out with the United Kingdom family behind my back. Oh, he's trying to pretend to be that guy. I forgot his name because I only hung out with him for a little bit. Because a lot of people just keep, like, fucking shooing away the people in my life. Forgot his name. He had a really cool name, though. The orange-haired version of Dylan. What was his name again? Was it Steven? Wait a minute. Wasn't it Steven? Oh my god, that's crazy, dude. So anyways, yeah, that guy was really good looking, dude. He was trying to get me on fucking drugs. That guy was crazy. So anyways, a bunch of the white guys, dude, do that shit, dude. Like, a bunch of white guys, dude, do, like, American drugs, like, all the time. Cigarettes, fucking marijuana, which is American fucking drugs, by the way. And people keep lying about it because it's called marijuana. It's American. I want to get married. It's American. It's like, I want to get married drugs, dude. It's American ass fucking drugs. It's called weed. Whatever foreigner country is trying to fucking jack that shit, they're fucking lying, okay? But anyways, that guy was trying to get me on marijuana. So anyways, yeah, that guy, Prince Harry, was trying to be him. And he sold his soul to the devil to look like him. And we'll just call him Steven? I guess we'll call him Steven, right? Yeah, I think his name was Steven. Which is probably not his real name. It's just because a lot of people just force people to change their names because they get mad at names like Cloud and Crystal and Aaron and Ariel. They just get mad at names like Dark Pastels, stuff like that, and people just have to change their names all the fucking time. So anyways, yeah, so Meghan Markle and Prince Harry were, like, up and down San Diego and Hollywood. Like, they were, like, trying to hang out with, like, the Royal Trackhouse. And Cho's not invited because she's the ugliest, meanest bitch that hurt her fucking dad. And, like, the United Kingdom kept pushing that shit on the fucking internet. And I kind of talked about it, but I really just ignored it because, like, those, like, the United Kingdom, like, European people, like, they really, really care about Jackie Chan. Like, they really care about True Nguyen, dude. Like, they made it a fucking point. Like, they really care about him, but not me. Like, it was all over, like, European news. Like, that's how President Xi Jinping, and I know you guys don't really know, but he looks a lot like True Nguyen. Because that's just him, but, like, another clone. Like, the European Union helped Xi Jinping become the president of fucking China. Just so that he can cuss me out across the fucking internet. And talk about how I fucking hurt him. Like, that almost fucking happened. Like, that almost fucking happened, you guys. She hurt me, she hurt me, she hurt me, she hurt me. Like, that shit, like, almost fucking happened. Naruto, 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 Hiranda. Like, it was, like, crazy, dude. Like, Chinese people just, like, have a fucking problem, okay? So, the reason why it did not happen was because the American government actually killed Xi Jinping. They actually killed Xi Jinping before, and no one knew. And no one realized that he had died, and that all of those videos were actually just AI, CGI generated videos made by the American government just so that I just don't have to watch him fucking cuss me out as fucking the Chinese president. Like, that's how much Queen Elizabeth cared about True Nguyen. Like, that's how much, like, Meghan Markle and, like, fucking Prince Harry and Prince Charles, like, cared about fucking True Nguyen. Like, they protected him and not me. And Christian Bale knew, Cloud Strife knew, Lucifer knew, Alex knew, Dylan knew, Linda knew, Jenny knew. Like, Jenny hella fucking knew. Like, Jenny hella fucking knew. Like, that's how bad the entire story is, okay? So all of those people were actually behind the whole entire suing America for the copyright of the Tylenol and trying to accuse America of stealing it and poisoning it, and that the United Kingdom can do a better job, and to steal the whole entire company and then permanently ban America from having Tylenol ever. Okay? But I was just talking about Tylenol because I'm just really sick, and I really, 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 really need Tylenol right now. Like, I really, really need it. And, like, my mom came knocking on my fucking door, and I always answer. But I'm just really sick because the United Kingdom fed me their drugs. It's not over the counter. It's not over the counter drugs. The United Kingdom. So what was his name? Christopher Plord. So Judge Christopher Plord, he was hella fucking nasty looking. He looked like George Washington and like the 13 colonies, and he looked like the founding fathers. He was so fucking racist and so fucking mean, dude. He had this whole entire like, I'm better than you type of personality. You're so fucking ugly, I don't want to look at you type of look. And he was ugly too. He was not a good looking man. And so what had happened is that they were feeding me illegal drugs, and I got really sick, so I have a difficult time trying to get out of bed. And I'm trying to get Tylenol, but what's happening is that when I was eating Tylenol, and even though the lawsuit had already been finished, it had already finished. Does that make sense? Officer Allie A. Jones, okay, the Mexican cartels, the European Union, and the Jones Act, okay, the European Union, okay, so the United Kingdom and the European Union are different, okay, so the European Union does in fact include China and India and Mexico, right? Oh no, that's the United Nations. The United Nations is everyone in the country in the world except for America. Does that make sense? Because America is not a part of the United Nations. Does that make sense? And so the United Nations is like the European Union, China, Mexico, India, Cambodia, Laos, not Belarus, but like Pakistan. You know what I'm talking about? Iraq, like that's the United Nations. It's like the entire world except for America. And then there's a European Union, which is Europe and all of their countries. Does that make sense? Okay. So the European Union and the United Nations are similar, but two different things, okay? So I'm trying to get used to that fact. So the United Nations, okay? The United Nations broke into my house and then arrested me. They arrested me. And I had to go and I had to talk to a European judge again. I had to talk to another European judge. And he was so ugly that I was actually really like offended by it. Like, this is one of those things where the inside of his body, it was so dirty. His genetic lining was so dirty that it was like creating like a type of electricity that you can actually kind of fucking see, that was like emitting from his body from anger, from skank mentality. Like he was about to fucking trip if you say the wrong fucking thing. That guy was a fucking skank. That guy was like super close-minded, and he was fucking gay, trying to pretend like he was fucking straight. And he had gray curly hair. He had gray curly hair. It was really nasty. It was nasty. It was one of like the nastiest hairs I had ever seen. So it was just kind of like, you know, have you guys ever had like this little, like, if you wear clothing and then you put it into like the dryer or like the washer, it will give you like that kind of electric shock. You know what I'm talking about? Or like, and then like you would accidentally touch like metal or like something and it will accidentally shock you. You know what I'm talking about? So that electricity was like it emitting from his body. And the thought process behind that was like a type of snap that was going to result as a means of racism and skank mentality and like hatred and true hatred that he had for someone that he's never met before. So I had to talk to this judge, okay? And so he was sitting right next to a bunch of Mexican people as like a founding father type of species European person. It was really nasty. He was not wearing a wig, and you don't really see that type of hairstyle in Hollywood, and I guess it's because American people hate those guys the most. But it's like a type of gray curly hair. It's really nasty. He's trying to say, oh, it's nice, because his feelings are hurt right now, because he can read my mind. But it's a really, really nasty, like, hairstyle, okay? So, when that guy was a white European man who surrounded himself with the allegiance of Mexican people. And that European man and that Mexican girl kept on talking in my court order in the mental illness hospital because I ate Tylenol. Okay? It was super nasty. And that guy was also fighting me over toilet paper. He was fighting me over the plunger. He was fighting me over food. He fought me over every little thing. But Mexican people were the people who were doing it at the front lines, whereas he was hiding behind Mexican people and in agreement that is how people should be treated. They just do stuff like that. Like European people, like it's in Frozen. It's actually a topic discussed in Frozen where like Hans, so Dylan Farrell, okay? So Dylan Farrell is actually Hans, okay? And he got kicked out of Arendelle. Dylan Farrell got kicked out of Arendelle, and then they shipped him off to Europe. And Dylan Farrell had to grab a shovel and start scooping up horse poop. And he had to put it on some wagon, and he had to like start cleaning up after their fucking horses and stuff like that. Like that's how nasty like the European Union are. Like, they were not nice to Dylan either. They're just super fucking evil and super fucking skankified. Super fucking evil, okay? So I was at the mental illness hospital. And what had happened is that they would not let me meet a real white American doctor, which I did get to meet later. Okay, I had to meet them first as a undercover investigation, as an undercover cop who was trained in high school how to be a military agent. So I know how to think like a police officer because I was raised to be one in high school in the military academy. So I know a lot of laws, I know a lot of customs and a lot of principles of the American people and the American country. So, anyways, while I was in the American courtroom, I was talking to a European man and a Mexican girl, which, by the way, those two talked to each other for an hour before they started talking to me, which is actually kind of the truth. Did you get the paperwork? Yes, I did. And your investigations and your findings? Well, I was able to find this and that. Okay, that's good. And then they would just talk to each other like that as a European man and a bunch of Mexican girls who were pretending to be nurses. Okay? And then they finally got to me, and then they only talked to me for about 10 minutes. And then they were saying, and then he was just reading off of a paper, and I don't remember what he said because he was like purposely mumbling and speaking too fucking fast, so I could not hear what he was saying. And he was speaking like a very type of like, so what's your verdict? I am in autumn. Type of personality, but like mumbling and talking like too fast. Like, he was trying to make it, like, really, really fancy. He was trying to create, like, his own type of English accent that just did not really work for him. And, like, Lucifer and Cloud Strife and, like, Dylan. No, not Dylan. Dylan did not talk to me at the time. So, it was Alex, it was Lucifer, and it was Cloud Strife. And they were talking to me at the time. And they were saying things like, explaining to me things like, okay, so that guy, okay, so we allowed you to get arrested so that you can meet the royal court of the United Kingdom because they really, really wanted to talk to you and to see you and to see how you look and to see how you're doing. But they're not here to be your friend, Cho. So just listen to him talk. He sounds really bad, right? He doesn't speak good English. It's because he's from the United Kingdom. He's fucking full of himself. He thinks he's better than everyone in the whole world. And he thinks he's richer than everyone. Like, he feels fucking rich right now. And he fucking shouldn't. But he does. So, just go ahead and just sit here at this table. And go ahead and observe for yourself what has been going on behind enemy lines on American land. Okay, so you're here to do a military job. Okay, so just go ahead and pay attention and answer for yourself. Go ahead and answer the whole entire thing yourself. And we will not give you any answers, but go ahead and do this and that. But they did kind of say answers. They're like saying, so go ahead and tell them that Bill Gates is your personal doctor. And that you do not need to take their medications. These medications are not for you. You do not accept their medications. And they led me through it kind of like that. So I told them, I was like, oh, well, God told me, God, if you know who God is, he told me to tell you that Bill Gates is my personal doctor. Oh, she believes in God. She's crazy. She's mentally ill. She's saying she's hearing voices. She's hearing voices? Yeah, someone's talking to her right now, but no one's there, is what they were saying. And then that Mexican girl said, I can also attest for you that she's also fucking racist. On Tuesday at 4:13 p.m., right after dinner, she ate rice and she had some fucking steak and she had a fucking apple juice. She said at 4:13, after throwing away her plate of food, she said, you Mexicans are so fucking dirty. How dare you fucking serve food to the fucking patients and then just sit down and start eating as a fucking nurse in America? We are not paying you to eat at the fucking job. Either you act right before and after the job and take good care of yourself, or you just don't come here and eat food that was not meant for you. Because Mexican people would just do that. The Mexican nurses would just wear scrubs, and then they would just walk into the fucking mental illness hospital line, and they would just sit down and start eating fucking food. And then she would just do that, and she would say, and then that day at 9:13, we got into an argument about how she wants a female nurse in the room, and she refuses. She absolutely refuses service from Mexican men in these hospital bedrooms as a guardian. There must be a Mexican man in this room to watch female patients sleep in the mental illness hospital rooms. She has no other choice, is what the Mexican girls were saying. And then the European judge would say things like, I agree. She's fucking racist. Go ahead and keep taking these notes. Every single second, every minute, every hour, whatever she says, make sure you have everything recorded. And then after that, I was like, what the fuck? That shit's hella fucking sick, dude. She just said the most fucked up shit you've ever heard in your fucking life, and you fucking agreed with her? And then after that, like, Cloud Strife was like, yeah. Why do you think that we have the 4th of July? They're fucking annoying. You've never seen it before, Cho. You've only spent time with American people, Cho. You spent time with like the best looking, with the smartest, like white American people all your life. And you've never met European people before in your life ever, Cho. You've never met them before because we protected you that much. So you should know that he is European and he's not American. Yeah, it's true. You're right. This is the first time I've ever met a European person ever. They fucking suck. And then they were saying things like, you're not allowed to take Tylenol. Tylenol is not a prescription, is what they're saying. If you want medicine, you have to go to speak to a doctor, someone like me. Someone who's actually certified. Someone who knows what they're actually fucking doing. Or else no medicine at all. You're fucking dumb. And after that, so I kind of explained like a couple of things. I don't want to get too much into detail. So I only talked for about 5 minutes, right? So the Mexican guy, the Mexican girl, and the European man, the judge, talked to each other for about an hour. Secretly about business that they were doing behind the scene. And then they finally reached court time. And then they only talked to me for about 10 minutes. And then they said, Cho, do you have anything to say for yourself? I spoke for about 5 minutes. And then they cut me off. They just didn't want to hear what I had to say. The court is over. I have finally decided that you're fucking crazy. You're hella mentally fucking ill. You don't deserve to think for yourself. I'm gonna put you on conservatorship. And you are not allowed to go home ever again. Because you're just, no one understands what you're saying. You're that fucking crazy. You're that fucking crazy. Like, you don't know how to think for yourself. Just listen to yourself. Who the fuck is talking to you? Who the fuck is talking to you? No one. No one's talking to you. You're fucking crazy and that's it. The court is over. You're not allowed to go home. And then that was it. And then that was it. And then he left. Okay? And he never ever came back. But afterwards, there was another white American doctor. There was a real white American doctor who came by. And he was really nice, and he looks like Christian Bale. He kind of looks like Dylan. He kind of looks like my American English teacher. He was really nice. He was a really good looking guy. Dr. Elliot, like, he was so cute, dude. He was so cute. I wanted to marry him. It was crazy. I was like stalking him around the freaking hospital, dude. It was pretty bad. And he wanted me to stalk him around the hospital too. It was so bad. So anyways, he was saying, "Oh no, like those people, like, just don't listen to them. Like you're normal. Like you're fine. Like you're fine. Like just we'll take care of the paperwork and we'll get you out of here in 2 weeks. How's that sound?" And after that, I was like, "Yeah, sure, great. That sounds great." And he's like, "Yeah, okay, cool. So I'll be here the entire week. Um, and then you can go home." I was like, "Yeah, that sounds great." And then that was it. So, yeah, apparently, that Dr. Elliot had to come from Washington, D.C. So he was a doctor from Washington, D.C. And he had to arrest the white judge and the Mexican nurse. The Mexican nurses. All of them had to be arrested, including Dr. Benitez. Okay, so all of them have to be arrested, and there's like a search warrant for their arrest. And then I finally got to go home, but I guess clones are real. People can get cloned and sell their soul to the magic to have like a lot of clones running around just to wreak havoc on the world. So you have to arrest more than one person, I guess. But so yeah, I'm just saying, like, Tylenol, dude, is a really, Tylenol and toilet paper is like a really big fight with the European people. Oh, Dylan is saying like they fought American people over douches too. Like, you know, like the douche. I was like, so reason why you're not allowed to use a douche is because it's actually fucking dirty, and American people are not as smart as you think. And so what happened is that every single day, every single year, European people, Mexican people, and Chinese people marched down the American streets and protested against the douche until the douche was violently removed from the American markets so that no one can ever have it again because of 7 deadly sins. It should not really be called lust. They just want to seem like smarter than fucking heaven or whatever. So lust is like a heavenly word, and they just fucking stole it, okay? So like gluttony, sloth, they just stole that fucking word, okay? They're so slut is like an American word too, I guess. But like, I don't know, like what would you call it? Like predator. So predator means predator. So it means date. So he already dated someone before you. He's a predator. And you know how they call like aliens predators, dinosaurs predators? It means that they've dated someone before. Like they've probably dated someone from the human species, and then like are trying to date someone else from the human species, and then like torture you, eat you alive, stuff like that. Like he's a predator. He's a predator. He's a predator. He dated someone and he's gonna tore them apart. Okay? So it should just be predator. So it should be like envy. It should be like jealousy. Well, those words are kind of not the words too, but it's kind of like, we'll just use envy because I don't know the word, but it should be like sloth, gluttony, predator, parasite, like stuff like that. Like that's the 7 deadly sins. Okay, they're stealing words like lust and envy. Lust and envy are like stolen words from the kingdom of heaven given to hell just to be weird about it. Okay? So anyways, why did I talk about predators, dude? Oh, so they're all predators, right? and they represent the seven deadly sins, torturers, like stuff like that, like meat eaters, stuff like that, okay? Flesh eaters, stuff like that, okay? So they were like marching up and down and like protesting against America for having douches, because they want everyone to be dirty and they want to play cricket and like let like bugs live and diseases live to kill human beings off, okay? So anyways, yeah, so I've been talking to a bunch of rich white American guys a lot, and they just hate European people. Like, they just fucking hate them. Like, they hate them because, like, they're always complaining about toilet paper, dude. How much toilet paper did you use? How much toilet paper did you use? What about the trees? What about the environment? You can just use a fucking t-shirt to wipe your ass, dude. And you want to use toilet paper, you fucking bitch. They use like an electric current to fucking tase my throat, dude. My throat just got tased. So anyways, the European Union, like, I guess the rich white guys are saying things like, you know, like, American guys are just saying things about European Union, like, they're always, like, fighting American people over toilet paper, and then forcing America to run out of stock. And then afterwards, trying to make America seem like America's like some sort of like third world country where like the education system is like the lowest, like, poorest and stupidest education system in the world, with movies like Precious, with movies like a lot of movies like Precious, like they just make a lot of movies like that where, like, you know, we live in the fucking ghetto. Our school has the lowest marks in the whole entire fucking world. But I am the best teacher around, and I came to this school to turn this whole entire school around, to give you guys an education, because I care about you guys. And it's about how like a bunch of kids at that school was fucking poor, and how like that one teacher came and then saved everyone's fucking life and stuff like that. Like, there's a lot of movies like that. The reason why I don't remember those movies is because I just don't fucking like that shit, dude. But all of those movies are actually European movies that was forced upon America, and to change the principles and the values of the American people. Which, by the way, yeah, like, America does give people an education, but American people are more like all lives matter. We are some of the best people in the world. And as my job as a first world person, it is my duty to rise above the best, and to be beyond, and to reach from the sky, and to pull you out of the darkness, and to save your life, because I am your friend, because I care about you. Your mom and your dad, they matter. Yeah, I understand. Some people, they don't have a good dad, and they don't have a good mom. But some people, they do have a good family, and they do have parents that care about you. You have brothers and sisters care about you too. And I understand that you might not get along with them now, but maybe one day you'll see why it was so hard for them. And I'm there for you, and I'm there for your brothers and sisters. You know, for me, the most important thing for me in my life is my wife. I love my wife. I love my wife so much. I actually just don't have any kids. But that's what matters to me the most. Like, things like that, right? And like, you know, America, they were supposed to like just be normal. Like they were just supposed to be normal, like schools and stuff like that. Just normal, regular kids, just like having an education, like going to their friend's house, having fun, eating some chips, drinking some soda, having a little bit of sugar, selling their souls to the devil to Humpty Dumpty everyone's fucking tongue. Anyways, that they did that, by the way. Trying to stop a bitch from having fucking sugar and shit. And that's like the European Union. When like the European Union were creating like slut houses, they were creating like frat party houses, sorority parties, like talking about how America has like a shit school system because all anyone cares about sex all the fucking time. Like movies like that. It was just like, so Dylan told me to bring that up too. But America actually has like the best education system in the world. And quite evidently so, because all of a sudden Japan is finally like, so how does a Japanese person finally learn how to speak English around here, huh? Oh, I'm just a foreign exchange student from China. Cho really stinks, huh? Oh, Jen, I know a couple of rich restaurants around here that you probably don't know about because you're Korean. Come on, let's go. We can hang out. Can you show me around town? There's still a lot that I don't know about, but I probably know about the richest part of town and you don't. So how's America, by the way? How's Dylan? How's Alex? We need to talk. Come on, let's go. We need to talk. And then the video ends. All of a sudden, everyone figured out maybe they should start learning how to speak English. Why? Because they found out that they believed in their lies a little too fucking much. And that America actually has the best education system and the medicine in the world, and the best products, the best food, the best perfumes, the best clothing, the best genetics, the best fucking mindset, the best personality, the best voices, the best everything. And all those people are talking shit about you. They don't like you. Why? Because is that piece of shit better than me? Is that piece of shit better than me? Is it? Is that toilet paper better than me? Is it better than me? That's why. And they've been talking shit about you guys since I was put in jail to investigate as a military agent the war between America and the United Nations. So anyways, I'm not allowed to have Tylenol. And I ran out of toilet paper today. And my mom, who usually buys stock, American people, they buy stock, okay? They have a lot. They buy bulk. They have shopping hauls. Okay? She is not allowed to buy toilet paper right now. So we're out of toilet paper. It has never happened before. My family has never, ever, 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 ever run out of toilet paper before. Until the Jones Act happened. Not even through coronavirus. We never ran out of toilet paper through the coronavirus. It never happened. The European people might have run out of toilet paper in their neighborhood because America had to stop producing toilet paper for them. Just so that they can see for themselves that America ran out of toilet paper. But not like in the Hollywood area. Like the Hollywood area was fine. But if you're like on the East Coast or something. Or like in like the European areas of like America, then you probably ran out of toilet paper because you wanted that shit to happen. But the reason why I'm making this video is because this is the first time in my life that any household at all ever has run out of toilet paper. Ever. And this was right after I got arrested 3 times. And that this whole entire European Union has to go to court to prove Cho is fucking evil. In New York. Cho's not allowed to fucking talk. There's a Liberty statue right there. Statue of Liberty is right there. Women are allowed to fucking talk, but not Cho. So she has to go over there, right? So that's where the court place was taken. The trial was taken. But, yeah, so this is the first time that my family has run out of toilet paper ever. But I guess there was a toilet paper shortage in 2020 in the European and Chinese and Mexican areas. Okay, and they sold their souls to the devil to get me to fucking tongue twist. But, so what's happening is that I think that this is a disaster. This is the first time, like, ever. Like, my mom is always prepared. She's American. She's financially being taken care of and stuff like that. But I think that, you know, every American person, all American peoples are tired of the way that the United Nations treat America. We are all tired of you guys. We don't like you guys. And we do not care about your feelings. So, I ran out of toilet paper today for the first time in my life. And Cloud Strife and Lucifer and Alex and Dylan Farrell are all saying that the United Kingdom and the European Union and the United Nations is all responsible for the toilet paper outage that is happening today. And that's a very, very serious problem that we're having today. So anyways, I'm gonna hang up the video here. But I think we should definitely do something about this. Alright, I'm ending the video here. Bye, guys.